All right, so I got to show you my little friend here. Okay, so it's the time of year that if you really want to get a grill and get a good one, now's the time to go ahead and buy that kind of stuff because it's on clearance. Everybody's trying to get, Halloween stuff out the door now and then Christmas stuff. And so if they still have grills left, they are on sale. So this thing I saved $200 on, and this is one of those things that I said I'm going to splurge on this thing because I want a really good one. Now, here's the thing. When you buy the ones, you go to Walmart, and I'm not trying to trash Walmart or anything, but you go to Walmart and you get one of the grills, it might cost you a couple $100. It looks real nice and stuff, but what you'll find out is it's not real sturdy, okay? So if you can go like this and you feel it kind of shake, not a good grill. Because that means is the side walls and all that are just one layer thick. So it won't get really, really hot. And here's the key on a really good steak. You want that sucker to get hot as hell. Now, I just turned this on. You can already see that this is up past 375. Look at this thing. This sucker gets hot as hell. You will see the burners on here get hot as can be. Now, there's two models of this. This is the Genesis 2, okay? They have the Genesis 2 that normally will just have 3 burners, which is plenty heat. But this one actually has a 4th burner, which is this one right here, the sear. And that's another little burner that's right here because that gets this thing even extra hot. And when I say extra hot, I mean extra hot. It will, and what you want to do is you want to get this thing really good and hot because when you put that steak on there, you want to hear that because that will lock in those juices. It will sear it in. And when you cook it and flip it over, you're going to have more juice and flavor inside of that steak than you've ever had before in your life. So I'm getting this sucker good and hot before I get ready to put these. Oh, look at these. Look at these steaks. Oh my God. These have been marinating. They've got that flavor that's infused in there. They're going to be tender. They're going to be juicy. They're going to be flavorful. And then we have, while we're cooking the steaks, we're going to go ahead and start cooking the asparagus with a little bit of salt and pepper and butter and olive oil on those. Then we're going to put those, as the steak's just about done, right on top of the steaks with some blue cheese on it. And man, you talk about good. You talk about good. I'm glad it's my birthday because this is my favorite meal right here. All right, right now our potatoes are soft and they're browning a little bit and they're soaking up that Greek dressing. Our mushrooms have reduced down. They've gotten really nice and dark. The sauce in there is really, really thick. It's thickening up and it's just about ready. And right now our grill is at almost 600 degrees. I'm going to take one of these butter wipes, okay, these non-stick wipes, and just going to hit the grill with it just a little bit. Now they do have the spray that you put on it. Now what I do when I get this good and hot is I'll take a wet rag, a wet towel, and I'll go through and I'll just go through and hit the the grill with it, and that'll take any extra stuff, debris off of it. Now be careful when you do this because really you should do this with like some tongs and make sure that you don't burn your fingers. But we got that good and hot. I'm gonna let that heat back up real quick and we're gonna put these bad boys on here. Oh my goodness, let me move this out the way. Move it. Get out the way. Get out the way. Now, while I'm waiting for that to heat back up, I got myself one of these grill thermometers here. So you really wanted to get right about 130 degrees, 135, 140 degrees right there. So that way it's still, it's a hot red center. I want a hot red center. I don't want no cold red center because then it's it's still mooing. I don't want it to moo. I just want it to be warm. Okay, because this is going to be good. All right, you see that temperature climbing in there, right? Now we have asparagus. We're going to take the asparagus and we're going to have this side a little bit cooler, but we're going to put that on this side with a little bit of olive oil on there and let that cook. So that starts softening up some. And we got blue cheese, crumbled blue cheese. Oh, this is good. Okay, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. So take off. No, I'm not gonna take off all my clothes. I can do that. Look at that. Look at that thermometer. Oh, back to buying a grill. This thing, not only does it have the Cowboys color, not only blue, it's really well built, and the sidewalls and everything are thick, so it's not putting off. You don't see a whole lot of heat, right? You don't see heat out here. It's hot as hell in there. And this will hold the heat. And this will really sear what you got in there. All right. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I'm getting hungry up in here. But look at that. Ooh, you see the blue shadows? You see that red right in there? That sucker is hot. We're gonna take, oh man. Do you hear that? That's what I'm talking about. Now we're going to take the asparagus. And we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil. Be careful. Olive oil is flammable. And need my butter. I'm just going to put a little bit of butter up on there, let that melt with it. And then I'm going to close this top up in here. That looks good. Oh, wow. And so, here's one of the secrets that I have. I like to eat good. I like to save money because, let's face it, times are hard right now. Money, it does not grow on trees. Ways I eat well and save money. I use, whether you have Sam's, Costco, or BJ's, use those guys. I go to BJ's. This right here is $4.99 for blue cheese. If you go to the regular grocery store, half the size of it costs you like $4.99. So I use a lot of blue cheese between making blue cheese dressing, which it's actually better to make it at home, to put it on steaks and things like that. So I buy it, big containers of it. The other thing I do, if you have a business, you can get yourself a restaurant depot card. So like I buy a 40-pound box of chicken wings. And I use about 10 pounds every Sunday. So that $80 box of chicken wings makes it for 4 weeks. Provided you have freezer space to put it in. And I also go to, it's like an international market. So it's great because their produce is so fresh. And they have like an Asian aisle, they have a Thai aisle, they have a Chinese aisle, they have a Japanese aisle, they have a Mexican aisle, they have Jamaican aisle. So you can get specific foods that you normally like to get, like you're doing specialty stuff. So you're doing jerk chicken, you can get like authentic spices and stuff. So all these things are ways of saving money than just going to your regular grocery store. Sorry, but I can't afford to stop shopping Whole Foods. It's just too expensive. Now, the other thing too, my wife is like, how about we go ahead and go to Mike's? And it's like, first of all, it's like, I love Mike's. Mike's is the best steak you will ever have, next to mine, of course. Never had a bad meal at Mike's American Grill. But it's like $35 for one person if you're getting like the drunken ribeye and loaded baked potato and all that stuff. It's going to cost you. Take a look. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that flame. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, see, that ribeye right there, you see the fat. I eat the fat. I love the fat in there. That fat is good stuff. I'm telling you, that's good stuff. You want to eat the fat. Now, what we're going to do is we've got our thermometer, and it's still a little early to check, but, we'll just humor myself here and see where we are. But we don't want to get over, because the longer it cooks, the more well done it is. See, right now we're only at 70 degrees, which is good because we only cooked on one side. Couple things about steak. When you're finished cooking it, don't cut it immediately. Let it rest. Let it rest, because if you cut it the juices will all run out of it, and then the rest of it's kind of tough. You let it rest so that way everything kind of relaxes just a little bit. Okay, so do that. Second thing, don't keep turning and flipping and 10 times. It don't need it. It don't need it. It don't need it. Don't do it. Don't mess up your steak. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over one more time, put the asparagus on it, put the cheese on it, and let it get that final cook into it with a little pat of butter. Because the butter on there on top of it, if you go to Ruth Chris, they put butter on. Although I haven't been to Ruth Chris. I have not been to Ruth Chris. There was a whole thing on Twitter the other day about Ruth Chris and all that. I've never been to Ruth Chris. I've been to Foco de Chao. I've been to, what's the other? I've been to a lot of different steakhouses, the big name ones and stuff like that. But I've never been to Ruth Chris. So let me know in the comments how Ruth Chris is. But this is getting closer. It's getting closer than close. And here's the thing. See, now the temperature's rising. It's rising. It rises pretty quick with this high heat because we want to lock in the juice. I got everything except for forgot some crusty bread. Damn it. All right, so you can see they're getting close. They're all over 100 degrees right now, and we're going to put some asparagus on them. These guys right here are over at 120, so we want to get them away from that high heat. Let these guys get a little bit more. Get over there. Got to get them even. Get over there. Get up there. Blue cheese. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to close the top here for just a minute. Let that go ahead and just melt the cheese just a little bit, and she's ready to go. Oh my. All right, let's do a final check here. Look at that. Oh, Nelly. Let's see. 132. That's close enough for me. Look at this. Woo. I think this is like Jaws. I need a bigger plate. There we go. Let's make sure I turn this off because I don't want to waste the gas. But look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, this, my friends, we're going to let it rest for just a couple of minutes to let those juices kind of lock in there. But I'm going to tell you, if we went to a steakhouse for this, 4 people with what I'm cooking, it would be probably $200. This is the real deal. Look at that. Happy birthday to me. Oh, let's go here and let's go and plate this stuff right now. Oh, wow.
Put those on high.
There's our potatoes. And remember all that juice that was in with the mushrooms? You see how this is cooked down and there's very little left? This sauce is very, very rich with the mushrooms. It is like really, really intense. And of course, we got the steak. The steak, look at the steak. We're letting it rest. Very quiet. The steak is resting. I'm gonna get a plate. That's it, right there. My favorite meal in life. Oh, look at the heat coming off of there. That's one.
Put those on high.
There's our potatoes. And remember all that juice that was in with the mushrooms? You see how this is cooked down and there's very little left? This sauce is very, very rich with the mushrooms. It is like really, really intense. And of course, we got the steak. The steak, look at the steak. We're letting it rest. Very quiet. The steak is resting. I'm gonna get a plate. That's it, right there. My favorite meal in life. Oh, look at the heat coming off of there. That's one. All right, here it is. Okay, so I forgot to show you guys, but this is my horseradish sauce. And what this is it's sour cream, it's mayonnaise, and it's horseradish all whipped up together. And it's spicy, but not completely, straight up horseradish. And it's really, really good with the steak. You can see the mushrooms that are caramelized with the asparagus and the steak. So let's see if I cooked it right or not. This is the moment of truth. Look at that. That's medium rare. Look at that. Oh boy. That's a good steak. So this is my all-time favorite meal. A nice grilled ribeye. See ya.